Here we go. Sharing my screen. Okay, so my name is Lori Longfield. I have been a school counselor for the past 14 years and recently resigned from that to be home with my two young daughters and to do this business as well. And I love it. So I have a lot of history with children in a school setting, and I also am I have my master's in professional counseling and a master's in educational leadership, and I love working with people and helping people. So that's what drew me to this. So let's talk hemp oil. So hemp is legal in all 50 states, thanks to the Farm Bill of 2014. So I love this graphic because it can get a little bit tricky. Cannabis has two species, the hemp and marijuana plants. So those are cousins, and they're all under this cannabis plant. So, and the difference between hemp and marijuana is the THC factor. So we all know marijuana is being illegal because it has THC. Well, hemp only has our hemp oil only has 0.002% THC. So you can see here the THC federal legal limit is 0.3%. So we are well below the federal legal limit, which makes this hemp oil legal. So that's the exciting part. So what are cannabinoid diols? What is CBD? So there are over 113 different cannabinoid diols found in hemp, and CBD is the one that contains many therapeutic benefits. THC is the psychoactive one that gets you high, and that's what is illegal in marijuana. There's so much research out there. There are over 20,000 studies on the therapeutic benefits of cannabinoids, and you can see these are just examples of the many things that have been researched. And I always send people to pubmed.gov or projectcbd.org, and that shows the science of what is going on in the research of cannabis, CBD, and hemp. So what is this endocannabinoid system? That's a big word, but it does something big in our bodies. So just as we have a central nervous system and an immune system, we also have this endocannabinoid system. And it is dormant in the majority of us. It is not working. So some of the things that activate this endocannabinoid system and open up these receptors are chocolate, meditation, runner's high, breast milk. CBD is found in breast milk, and phytocannabinoids. Phyto meaning from plants. So the plants that contain the things that open up our receptors for the endocannabinoid system are cannabis, cacao, echinacea, black pepper, kava, and ginger. But we are not getting enough of them. So our receptors are closed and our endocannabinoid system is dormant. So why do we want to activate our endocannabinoid systems? It will benefit, research has shown that it can benefit memory, mood and focus, physical discomfort, neurofunction, immune and metabolism, endurance and recovery. If you guys could mute yourselves out, it's the lower left-hand side. That would be much appreciated. Thank you. So it is all about balance. If we give our endocannabinoid systems the nutrition that it needs, the receptors will open up, so it'll bring our bodies into balance, into homeostasis, so our bodies can heal themselves. So we can have the ability to rest, digest, and repair. So it is all about balance, bringing our bodies into balance so our bodies can heal themselves. We're going to watch a little video on the benefits of CBD.
To that video.
And we're finding out that that manipulation of this endocannabinoid system will control diabetes. It controls cancer. It controls whether you can survive a heart attack or stroke. And so this is critically important for doctors to understand this new science. And the discovery of the endocannabinoid system is the single most important medical scientific discovery ever, and will save more lives than the discovery and application of sterile surgical technique. And I'm a heart surgeon saying that. So more people will be saved by manipulation of the endocannabinoid system than are currently saved by surgery.
The recent research has been looking at cannabis and the different cannabinoids. There's over 80 plus cannabinoids discovered in the cannabis plant. The second most dominant one besides THC is cannabidiol or CBD. And the research now is over 1,200 peer-reviewed journals on CBD. It's probably the most exciting and researched ingredient or substance right now around the world. It doesn't have the psychoactive or high that is associated with THC, but it has a tremendous amount of other benefits, including research shows anti-seizure, anti-epileptic, which is why it's gotten a lot of popularity. We do a lot with children with seizure disorders, and they're getting benefits from this plant in a safe, non-toxic way versus all these drugs that typically don't work. And there's neuroprotective benefits. So you see a lot with concussions and the NFL. There's a lot of research being done now with chronic traumatic encephalopathy or chronically banging their head a lot. There's anti-anxiety, which is really important. It's the anti-THC of sorts. It calms you down. It helps you manage stress better, which is how I look at it. It's much more as a preventative or daily use substance than just treating disease states. And there's immune support. It's a huge antioxidant. There's just a tremendous. It's easier sometimes to talk about what it doesn't do than what it does.
Time, the work on cannabis and epilepsy was sort of inconclusive. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. They couldn't quite figure it out. And it's only when they really started separating THC from CBD that they saw, definitively, yes, CBD seems to really stop seizures.
The medicinal uses of hemp are just numerous. The hemp helps, we can talk about the cancer effects of hemp, but it helps with inflammation. It's very anti-inflammatory. It helps with seizures. It's very effective with PTSD for the vets that are coming back that have post-traumatic traumatic stress disorder. Mm-hmm. Very effective at treating that. It's an anti-inflammatory. But then the uses of hemp for cancer, what I've studied, because of my book, Cancer Step Outside the Box, and the number of cancers, there's about a dozen different cancers that have been studied in depth with medicinal marijuana with hemp. And so the studies from brain cancer to prostate cancer to pancreatic cancer, uterine cancer, cervical cancer, prostate cancer, it's amazing.
Okay, so what is in hemp?
Chemicals that are called cannabinoids.
Right.
THC is short for delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol. It's the one cannabinoid that everyone's familiar with. That's the one that's psychoactive, and that's the one that gets you high if you smoke it.
Okay.
But there's other cannabinoids. One is called CBD, cannabidiol, and it's very medicinally used. There's no psychoactive component of CBD. It's a really good medicine.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen that video. It always gets me so excited. So some of the benefits that have helped me personally, I actually wanted to take it because I had chronic plantar fasciitis heel pain for 2 years. I went to a chiropractor. I went to a massage therapist. I stretched every day. I iced every day, and the pain wouldn't go away. So I started to use this, and within 3 weeks, my pain was 90% gone. And within 6 weeks, it was 100% gone. And that was 8 months ago, and it's still gone. So that was the reason why I wanted to start to take it, but I also noticed it helped me calm down. It helped my anxiety levels. It helped me just deal with daily stress. I have 2 young children, 5 and 6 years old, and while I still do bark at them, I don't bark as much at them. It also has helped me with my sleep, and it's helped me with headaches and migraines, so much so that I was going to a party and I thought I had to turn around because the headache was so excruciating. I took 2 pumps held it under my tongue for a couple of minutes, and before I even swallowed the oil, my headache was gone and I could actually go to the party. So that's what it's done to help me. And I love hearing from all the different people that I share this with, because every body is different. So everyone finds unique benefits. It's so fun. So we have this CBD hemp oil. It was formulated by Dr. Christopher Shade. And I want to say too, we are sharing the science behind this and the testimonials. So we do not claim to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease. We're just sharing our stories and the science behind it. So Dr. Chris Shade is the formulator of this hemp oil, hemp CBD oil. And he has a double PhD. He is very well known for his mercury detoxification, and he speaks all over the world. He's a liposome scientist and detox scientist, was an organic farmer, and he's the founder of Quicksilver Scientific, a company that has been around for the past 20 years. But it was only recently, within the past year, that he joined forces with Prime My Body to be able to get this hemp oil out to the masses. Quicksilver Scientific was a company that he formed, but it only sold this oil. It was only available to clinicians and practitioners. But now that he's collaborated with Prime My Body, we can share this with everyone. So I love that this oil is not just CBD. It's a full spectrum of cannabinoids. So CBDA, CBDV, CBG, and they all work synergistically together. And you can see here, CBD is the blue dots. The only thing THC does that CBD does not do is stimulate the appetite. And the majority of people do not need appetite stimulation. So that is why CBD is very beneficial, and THC only if you're talking about someone perhaps in stage 4 of cancer. We also have terpenoids, which many people are familiar with, all the essential oils that are available to us today. So there are things called terpenoids in these essential oils that have also been put into this oil that can help in anti-inflammatory, anti-anxiety, sleep aid, antidepressant. So that's a bonus in there, and that activates our CB2 receptors. This is my dad. He's on the call. He taught me everything I know, Dr. Rob Heineman. He has his PhD in molecular biology, molecular genetics, and he did the research in liposomal delivery back in the day, and that he was able to pave the way to have a product like this available to us now. So he got his postdoc at the U.S. Naval Research Laboratories and Georgetown University, and also worked at the National Cancer Institute for 10 years. So he knows all about liposomes, and actually this is what got his attention when we first heard about this oil, because he researched the liposomes in the lab. So what the heck is a liposome? So it is a tiny little bubble, and it is made up of the same outer membrane as our cells. And it also has to be small enough. So that's the other piece of importance of this, that these liposomes have to be small enough to be able to get into our veins, capillaries, and arteries and get into the cells. So my dad always explains that if you take a nanosecond is taking 1 second and splitting it up into 1 billion pieces. So that's how small these nano-sized liposomes are. And they can't be too small or they fall apart, and they can't be too big or they can't get to where they are going. So you pump it in your mouth, it goes under your tongue, into your mucous membranes, and right into the cell for a 99% absorption rate. This is huge, and this is what sets this oil apart from every other CBD hemp oil on the market, is the delivery, the bioavailability. So it is like a shot without a needle, or an IV without a needle. Most CBD hemp oils are only absorbed at a 10% absorption rate, because CBD is just not absorbed well by our bodies. So that is like peeing and pooping out 90% of that oil. So do you want 90% of your oil in the toilet, or do you want it in your body, in your cells, waking up this endocannabinoid system so your body can get into balance, so your body can heal itself? I vote for this one. So that is the difference. This is 99% absorbed into our cells. So you just pump it under your tongue, you hold it for 30 seconds to a couple of minutes. It's going into your mucous membranes, it's going right into your veins, arteries, and capillaries, which is under your tongue, and it also breaks the blood-brain barrier. This was a study of PMB, Prime My Body, versus the leading brand. You can see that only half was used, so 5 milligrams to the 10 milligrams of the leading pharmaceutical hemp oil. And this is amount of CBD compared to time, and you could see a rapid uptake happens right before that 20-minute mark, and that's very important for our bodies to be able to absorb this and use it. Here's a before and after, 30 minutes after this person did a pump of the Prime My Body CBD hemp oil, and you can see the inflammation on the left and how it went down on the right after taking the oil. I love that Dr. Shade uses the best of the best ingredients in this oil, and it's also in a sunflower seed oil base. Most CBD hemp oils are in a soybean oil base, and soybeans in this country, unfortunately, are genetically modified. So he also explains too, when he's got 2 options to purchase the same ingredient. So if he has a $7 liter of something and a $400 liter of something, he chooses that $400 liter because he wants only the top ingredients in his oil. So there's 2 bottle sizes. The 50 milliliter is 100 pumps. It retails for $149 and it wholesales for $119. And you can get the wholesale price either by becoming an auto ship customer or signing up as an affiliate and getting a wholesale. I kind of call it like a Costco membership, although it's less than a Costco membership. And that way it's a wholesale membership for a year, and you can buy as much oil as you want at the wholesale price. We also have the 10 milliliter bottle that's only available to affiliates, and that's an accompaniment to the big bottle. I always tell people if they want to see the benefits of this oil, they need to commit to using the oil at least once a day for 30 days. And if they can't commit to doing that, don't waste your money. And I say this because of my personal experience. It took me 2.5 weeks to feel anything. And I'm fortunate that I had my mom who shared it with me, because literally at 2 weeks, I called her and I said, word for word, verbatim, I said, "What is this crap? It's not working." And she said, "Do it a few more days." And I'm so glad I had her as my cheerleader, because I did it for a few more days. And that's when I started feeling the benefits. So the small bottle is just something, nice to have in your bedside or your purse or your gym bag. So that is the overview of the oil. I'm now going to go into a brief overview of the business. And if this resonates, if anything you hear resonates with you, again, I encourage you to connect with the person who invited you to this call. So there's so much buzz, pun intended, going around about cannabis and CBD and hemp, and they're estimating that there's going to be $22 billion in consumer sales by the year 2020. So affiliate marketing, it's the way of the future. Network marketing has come of age. It's undeniable that it has become a way to entrepreneurship and independence for millions of people. I have several friends who've actually purchased franchises in the last couple of years and spent $500,000 creating those franchise. And it's so nice that I could do it for $39. So this is the future of business. Amazon, why do we buy what we buy on Amazon? We go and look and see what other people think of the product. Uber is the largest taxi cab service in the country. They don't own one car. They pay people to share their car. Airbnb is the largest hotel industry in the world. They don't own one hotel property, and they pay people to share their residence. This is Paul Rogers. He's, at the end of the day, he's down to earth, good guy who has experience in bringing businesses from zero to extremely successful. Here are some of the numbers. We've had phenomenal growth just within a year. And actually the Department of Justice called and said, congratulations, and what are you doing? Because the growth that you have in a year is what takes companies 10 years to do. So the goal this year is to have a $100 million year, and we are on track for that. We are going global in just a couple weeks. We're opening in Japan. Everything has been approved to open in Japan. We're going public, and our timeline is Japan, Philippines, Canada, Mexico, and Germany. And we are a lot of our team, 22 members of our team, are heading to Denver this weekend because there is something about crypto and cannabis. So we're going to learn about that and share it with whoever would like to learn more. So to become an affiliate, to own your own business, is $39 to enroll for the year. You get your own website and a back office. You purchase a package, anywhere from a personal pack to a premium pack. I started with the 12-bottle premium pack and sold every single bottle before it actually was delivered to my doorstep. We get paid 8 different ways. It's a very lucrative compensation plan, but we don't promise anything. You can make $0 a week up to $75,000 a week, but that's up to you. So there's 8 different ways to get paid: retail customers, preferred customers, fast builder rewards, where we earn a commission after an affiliate signs up direct to us. We have 2 different teams that we're building and balancing. There's matching bonuses, residual rewards, leadership bonuses, and rookie bonuses. This is the different rank advancements. And we get paid every week via an e-wallet. And there's unparalleled support. You can't do this alone. And I love, that's one of the best parts of this job, is to be able to help people like Joe and Heather, yay, and talk to them every day. And we have support every way: phone, Zoom calls, live meetings, national conventions, everything. You name it, we're there for you. And this is my favorite slide in the whole presentation. We are at launch. And that's very exciting in a network marketing company. If you have, it's a big deal if you can get involved with a network marketing company that has under 100,000 affiliates, but it's a once in a lifetime opportunity if you can get involved in a network marketing company that has under 50,000 affiliates. And this is also hemp, people. Did I tell you that? So this is a big deal. Stability is the companies, when you think of like Amway and Shackley and Mary Kay, they're earning $100 million a month, and they're in stability, and it's pretty difficult. It's possible, but it's pretty difficult to grow a huge business because it's such a saturated market. But this is not saturated at all. So it's very exciting. We are very close to the top of the leadership. And that's why it's so fun to bring people onto our team, so we can connect with the best of the best in this business. So I am so glad that, hold on, stop share. I am so glad that everyone could join this call tonight. Hi, Heather, I see your face now. So again, this was an overview. If you guys have specific questions, please connect with the person who invited you to the call. And I thank you so much for spending a little bit of your evening with us, and have a great rest of your night. Bye, everyone.